On the night the moon turned blood red, a family heard knocking on their windows. When they looked outside, they saw dozens of glowing red eyes staring back. From that moment, none of them remained human. Late at night, a family was sitting quietly in their isolated house, far from any neighbors, far from any streetlights. The wind was cold and rough, slamming against the windows with an eerie rhythm. The father was dozing on the couch, the mother trying to calm their young son, until they heard the first knock. Tock, tock, tock. It was soft at first, almost like a branch tapping against the glass. They tried to ignore it, thinking it was just the wind, but the knocking returned, louder this time, sharper, and from every direction. The windows, the back door, even the roof. The father grabbed a small flashlight, his hand trembling slightly. He walked slowly toward the front window, pulled back the edge of the curtain, and peered into the darkness. And that's when he saw them. Dozens of figures standing just beyond the porch light. Their bodies weren't human. Their skin was as pale as bone, their backs arched at unnatural angles. Their teeth were far too long, and their eyes burned with a glowing red light, like embers in the dark. One of them stepped closer to the glass, its smile stretching into a horrifying, open bite, with blood dripping from its fangs. The father slammed the curtain shut, his heart pounding in his chest. He whispered to his family, "Don't look outside. Whatever you do, they're not people." But it was too late. The oldest daughter, Lila, was already standing at the front door. She had heard something else. A whisper carried on the wind, a voice that sounded just like her mother's. "Lila, open the door. It's Mommy." But her real mother was standing right behind her, her face filled with terror. Before anyone could react, the door cracked open by itself, just an inch. A thin, bony hand, with fingers far longer than any human's, slid through the opening. It began feeling along the floor, as if it was searching for something or someone. Suddenly, the entire house went dark. The power was cut. And then, the whispers began. They came from all around them, slithering through the walls. "We're hungry. Open up. Your turn has come." The father grabbed his family and rushed toward the stairs, thinking they could barricade themselves in the attic. But as they reached the top step, a figure was already waiting. A vampire stood there, its glowing red eyes locked on them, and its smile stretched from ear to ear. Within seconds, the house was surrounded. The whispers turned into growls. Dozens of vampires crawled over the walls, across the roof, and over every window, covering the entire house like one living, breathing swarm. One by one, the family's screams began to change. Their human groans of pain became animalistic growls. Their skin turned pale, their teeth sharpened into fangs, and their eyes began to glow with the same blood-red light as the creatures outside. By dawn, the house was completely silent. Outside, in the first light of the morning, the leader of the vampires smiled, revealing a set of blood-stained teeth. He looked at the house, now filled with his new creations, and whispered to the wind, "Another family, welcomed into my children."